Hello and welcome back to my channel. Please do take the time to like, share, and consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. Today's video won't take too much of your time, but it sort of complements the video that I did prior to this one. I wanted to talk to you about the term reverence and the concept of reverence, what it means to you, and how we've strayed a little bit as a species when it comes to reverence. I believe if we can resurrect the original meaning and the intentions behind reverence, that it can aid in healing the world that we are in, which has become quite ill the way I see it. But the term reverence on its own, like many other spiritual terms, has been used and misused and contorted by people throughout history in order to self-serve, in order to gain power, in order to demand respect, and in many ways in order to control groups, large groups of people in many situations. If you look at the clergy, let's say, you will find that the term reverend has been used as a title for a person who must be greeted and treated with respect, and you must bow to this person and in many times fear them. That's how much we have strayed, and that's how much we love power as a people. Not all of us. But let's go back to spirituality and consciousness, or your higher self, or your soul, or whatever name you would like to give the higher intelligence that is concerned with you. When you connect, when you establish a solid, good relationship, a back and forth communication, not just one way, the way we've learned as a species, but an actual back and forth communication with consciousness or with your higher self. What ends up happening, which has happened to me, and probably happens to a lot of people on a daily basis when they connect with their higher guidance, is an internal feeling of reverence, which is to bow in respect and in honor, sort of like devout, one-on-one time, where you honor this connection that you are in, and you safeguard it with your heart and soul. And thus there is a specific attitude that befalls you when you are in contact with your higher self. It's not forced, it's not an act, it's not demanded upon you by consciousness or your higher self. It arises naturally and spontaneously from within. I'll give you, for example, myself. When I connect with my higher guidance, I feel like I need to honor and bow my head down to it because of the amount of love that it pours. It showers me with unconditional love, sometimes to the point that I weep, that I cry. And I feel like it's the least that I can do is to do this little gesture and to honor it. And sometimes I say, I honor you, I love you, thank you. I say that to my higher guidance. It's the least I can do. But again, it comes naturally from within. It's not something I'm reading a prayer that I have to do, step 1, step 2, step 3, nor is it demanded of me. It's something that I want to give my higher guidance as a thank you, What is the energy that you engage in when you are with a loved one, spending some precious one-on-one time together? Would you call it reverence? Would you call it respect and honoring that precious connection and this precious special person that in many ways you feel that both of you are one? It's kind of similar to that. You give this person your full attention, you give them your time, you give them your respect, you give them your best energy. And that's exactly what reverence means. Reverence, bringing your two hands together to form one and bowing your head down, recognizes the oneness of you and all beings, not just the oneness with you and your higher self. It recognizes that we are all sourced from the one source energy. Western, much like Eastern cultures, and I come from the Middle East, where communication with God is associated with fear and almost subjugation, if you may. You go over to the Hindu as well as Asian traditions and cultures, and where spirituality originated from, you will find that reverence and bringing your hands together and bowing your head down is done out of respect and in acknowledging that we are all derived from the one source energy, unlike the West and unlike the East, which have ruined this whole practice by instilling fear into it. You bring your two hands together into a prayer position, and this in Japanese is known as gasho. Gasho, which is recognizing that we are all one. Reverence and honoring that in another, which is the same as that which is in you. Now, imagine, and I know, call me crazy, imagine a world where we have all come to understand that we are connected, that we stem from the same source energy. How would this world look like? What would we do? What behaviors would be impacted? We would not harm another, and we would not abuse each other, because we know that you would be harming and abusing your own self. So abuse in all its forms and shapes would dissipate and disappear completely. Crime would stop, and murder would stop as well. And I believe that would be, by definition, New Earth. And that's all I wanted to talk to you about today. I will be linking my Patreon in the description, and I'm working on a gasho meditation which is designed to help guide you through your day, and if you do it daily, it will help guide you through your life.